Good day and welcome to the November edition of the OHS&E newsletter, where you get news updates and related OHS&E information. This month's topics, we're going to be looking at manual handling and lifting, which is a big thing in terms of ergonomics. We're going to have a look at disability rights awareness, and we're going to have a look at paper-free. So today we're going to be having a look at manual handling and lifting. So what is manual handling? It is basically the tasks that are needed by a person, such as lifting, pushing, and pulling. And it is essential to follow safe practices to prevent musculoskeletal disorders or MSDs. So we need to lift, lower, push, pull, carry, or otherwise move or hold an object that doesn't affect or bring about MSD, such as back injuries, strains, and sprains. We also need to ensure that we're not affecting the muscles themselves, the bones, or the joints, which is often a bad result, a negative result for improper manual handling techniques. Also need to make sure that we're not putting the body at risk by lifting things incorrectly. So next time you go to lift something, just think about it. We've got enough information across all the mediums to show us exactly the correct technique. It might feel uncomfortable at first, and we maybe need to actually just think about it. But if we develop the correct habit of lifting and moving objects, then we can be safe in our old age too. So included in this slide, we've got the key principles of safe manual lifting. So plan the lift, assess the load, wear appropriate clothing and footwear. During the lift, keep the load close to your wrists. Adopt a stable position. Use good gripping techniques. Bend your hips and knees, not your back. Avoid twisting or leaning sideways or forward or backwards. Lift smoothly. After the lift, set down carefully. Adjust the load if needed. Good luck with your next manual handling and lifting. Now that we've had a look at the key principles, let's have a look at the training and the workplace. So in the training on one of you should be looking at the health risks, the ergonomic principles, the use of using lifting aids, and reporting procedures for injuries. Please, it is important that we make sure that we follow the correct steps, especially when reporting and investigating any incidents that we have in the workplace. Workplace design. Are you sitting correctly behind your desk? Have you got everything around you that you need? Are you twisting and turning in your seat? Are you needing mechanical aids in terms of the work that you're doing? Have you been trained on using those correctly? Clear pathways and proper lighting also play a big factor. The next topic we're tackling is disability rights awareness. Disability Rights Awareness Month, or DRAM, is actually from the 3rd of November to the 3rd of December and is every year within South Africa. This year's theme is creating strategic, multi-sectional partnership for disability inclusive society. The objectives is obviously to make sure that people that awareness is raised about disabilities, and this comes in different types and forms and everything like that, and encouraging the society to recognize the rights and the capability of people with disabilities. Advocacy for inclusion, making sure that people can actually be included in everything that they do, even though they may have disabilities. So it's including all aspects of life, education, employment, and community activities. Empowering individuals, supporting people, making sure that they're able to develop skills, to be able to live their own lives as independently as anybody else, and to then actually have the custodians of this, or the information, further information regarding this, is it is run by the Department of Women, Youth and Persons with Disabilities. They do have workshops, training guest speakers, and ability audits. Unfortunately, when researching for this presentation, there was no such information available for 2025. Next thing we're going to have a look at is basically paper-free, and what does it mean? Paper-free basically refers to the environmental practices that significantly reduce and eliminate the use of paper. The reason why we do this is because, yes, paper is made from trees and things like that, but the process is so tiresome, and it takes a lot of water, it takes a lot of resources that needs to get to that one single piece of paper. Therefore, it is important that and what do we do with all the paper? How many people have actually been on training courses and they've received a whole lot of things, or they've gone to seminars and everything, and they've collected all of those data? What do you do with that data? What do you do with those papers? 9 times out of 10, they get chucked in the bin. So we're trying to eliminate that from landing up in waste, in the land waste and landfills and everything like that. So therefore, we're looking at going digital. Now we sit with the problem with digital because we've got different platforms and different forums and different medium which we need to use. And some of these mediums that needs to be paid for, and some of them that doesn't. And whichever medium you use, and then there's upgrades in technology, and this becomes a problem, because with the technology comes a lot of advancements and a lot of things that are happening, and then we get the hackers, okay, that can steal your information, can get to your private details and everything. And all of this, you need to make sure that your digital copies of anything that you keep not only is protected from outsiders, but there's a law where people need to be protected, and that is called the POPI Act. So we need to make sure that all of our documentation that we have, that's in paper format, or whether it's digital, or whether we scan it in to become digital at the end of the day, that we still make sure that those documents are kept safe, and that the technology that we are using can keep up with the demand of making sure that we can strive towards a paper-free environment. Thank you for taking the time out to watch this month's contribution towards those little things that we need to just be a little bit more aware of. And if you've got any comments, suggestions, queries, or challenges, please share them with the OHS&E team. It's Joanne saying goodbye for now.